Hi there everyone. This is an instructional video to show you how I make my Ghosts tunnel card. So when you get your link after purchasing the files and receiving the PDF document with all the information, the link will take you to here, which is Google Drive, and you'll see it'll open up to ghostsfiles.svg. And as long as you have the link, you'll be able to download these. Now, all you have to do is come over here and click on the three dots, which will open up this little box, and you can say download. It will scan for viruses first, and then it should download it here. And if you open it, you'll see that it only looks like there's one. That's because they're all stacked on top of each other. So once you have the file and you've saved it to somewhere where you know where it is, you'll be ready to upload it to Cricut. Now we can switch to Cricut. And I think we'll just go to a blank canvas. So here's your blank canvas. Going to upload your files, upload on the left hand side. So we're going to click upload, upload an image, browse. This is the file that we want here. Double click, click continue, and now click upload. So that will upload it onto a new canvas for you. All right, now this is at 100%, and you can see that it still looks as though there's only one file there. So what you have to do, over here you'll see that it is in a group. So we need to ungroup, and now you'll see all the files appearing here. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, make it 25%. So what we can do now that we've ungrouped them, we can just click and take each file out of its grouping. Oh, there's the little ghost. There's the little bat. The back. One of the sides. Second side. All right, so that's all of them. So you'll see we have a back and a front. These are the two that don't have tabs on the sides. See how these ones have got tabs on the sides? So all of these ones here let me see, they go like this, I think, in this order. Now you'll be able to tell the order quite easily because each one has a smaller square than the previous one. So you can see how the squares, the inside, the internal part of the tunnel card, gets smaller. Then this one here doesn't have an internal square. It just goes before the back one. It's got the moon shape on it and some stars cut out. The two sides are already in the correct proportions to go neatly onto the tabs. And that's it. That's all you have to do in order to be able to get access to your SVG files to make the Ghosts tunnel card. So what you need to do now is choose your colors. For example, I like the Ghosts one to be white because ghosts are white. At least I think they are. I also like the Bats one to be black, so I can't have both of them black. So sometimes I choose a black and maybe a blue or something like that, just for a little bit of difference and so that they stand out. I like the back to be red because it kind of fits with that Halloween horror theme of red and black and stuff like that. And the front I like to be black, especially this one because it's a Halloween one. Now the back, usually I make them a yellow or an orange. Let's make it this colour here today. Now the reason for that is that when you put the back behind, let's go send it to back, behind that one there, which is where it belongs, you'll see that it shows the moon and the stars shining through quite nicely. So I just like to have that one in yellow. And I also like to have the back and the sides in the same colour. You don't have to, that's just my preference. So let's make them the same colour. And now when you look at the card, you'll have the back of it will be yellow, the sides will be yellow, and the front of it will be black, and then the rest of them will be whatever colour you choose to make them and whichever order that you want to put them in. This one here, I tend to make it kind of like a grey colour, just so that there's a bit of difference between the black. So we've got the two black ones, a grey one, a white one, a blue one, and a red one, and a yellow back. You can make them whatever colour you want to. And you'll see now that when you go to make, it's now sorted them out into different mats according to the different colours. You can cut them on whatever size you like. I usually use A4, so I will go through and select A4 for each one of them. And that's about it for the Cricut demonstration. So I'm going to switch over now and I'll show you how I actually assemble the pieces once they've been cut. Don't go away. So I've cut out all of my pieces. I decided to go with a blue front this time. So we've got a front, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, and the back, and also the two side pieces. So let's get started assembling this. So I'm going to put aside layer 1 and the back piece for the moment because they don't have tabs, so they won't be fitting into the side pieces. Just pop them over here somewhere for now. And I'm going to be working with all of the layers that have tabs on the sides. Now the first thing that we need to do is we need to score our side pieces. You can see how they have a little piece going down here like this. We need to score from this point here down to this point here on all 4 pieces. I'll do the first one and then I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch the rest. I just like to line it up on my mat. I could have Cricut score it for me, but I just prefer to do it by hand because you can put more pressure onto it. So that's your score. And these little pieces are going to be folded in like this, and that's where we're going to glue the front and the back to. So that's our two side pieces ready to go. Now you'll notice that on the side pieces they don't exactly match up. This has less space here between the holes and the edge than this one between the holes and the edge. And you'll find that when you actually are ready to put your pieces in, if you just line them up, you'll be able to see which way they go. So they obviously don't go this way because this is going to be too much lower than the other one. So this one with the space that is less at the top is the way that they go. That's the upside, the top. Now putting them together is very, very simple. We start at the front tab with our first layer and we simply slot them in just like that. Now when I made the first couple of these, I was so frustrated because the tabs kept falling out. I tried having little spaces on the tabs so you could hook them in, but I found that this is actually a much easier way of doing it. So I'm going to put one side in, make sure your tabs are in properly, make sure everything lines up nicely at the bottom. Turn him over, and I'm going to use a little bit of tape, but it's just temporary. actually got some, I'm not sure if you can see it. I've stuck some here to my mat and I've cut it through. I'm going to take a tiny piece off and I'm just going to put it on the back of my tab there and on the back of my tab there. Now it doesn't matter if you can see it or anything like that because we're going to take them off at the end. That will just hold that tab in place while we put the other side on. So once again, the other side, the top part is the one with the least space between the holes and the top. And it goes in the very front one because this is the front layer. Pop him in there. Make sure that he's in properly and lined up with everything. Turn him over. Once again, a little bit of tape just to hold him temporarily until we get them all in. Now you just continue to do this for each layer. So that's the first layer done. So the second layer is going to go into the next tab. Go. I've got all the layers, the ones with the tabs on them, inserted now. Everything's holding together nicely because of the little bits of sticky tape that I put there. Now it's time to glue the front and the back on. This is how it's looking. Okay, let's start with the back. Take my back piece. Now it's going to glue where the tabs are folded. On this one and on this one, just like that. You only need a tiny little bit of glue, not too much. Make sure that you match it up to the fold line and line it up with the bottom so that it all fits nice and neatly. Wait for the glue to dry sufficiently enough so that you can move it. Very, very carefully fold it the other way, making sure that your glued bit stays together. And then this side will glue down to this tab here. And we can very carefully turn it over, and we're going to do the front to the, and we're going to do the same to the front. Now once this is all glued together, there's no way that these tabs can fall out because the sides will be holding them in. Right, let's have a look at the finished card. So that's what you see from the top, all the layers together. This is how it looks when you look at it front on. Seems to be having a bit of trouble focusing on that. This is how it looks on the sides and the back and the side again. Now on the back is the perfect place to put something that you can write on if you're going to give it away as a card for someone, or just Happy Halloween or something like that. Now I'm going to take away all these little bits of sticky tape. I like to use just a pair of tweezers. And there we are, the finished result. So cute. I hope you like my little Ghosts Tunnel card. I think it's really cute myself. And I hope you really enjoy making this project yourself. Thanks for watching my video. Bye for now.